Okay, I think it worked. Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? This is really new for me to do it like this, but I might as well give it a more perspective view for you viewers that watch my channel. So, I've been doing this one challenge. It's called the 100 Push-Up Challenge. It's where you do 100 push-ups, 100 push-ups for basically a whole month. I'm pretty sure I have done it for a whole month because I remember I started doing it in December and now it's January and I'm still doing it. But I've been doing it a lot lately and to be honest, I've been seeing like there have been some improvements going on with like my health and like my energy levels and like stamina, whatever. Um, I do have to say that like this might as well just be like my fat story because this basically is my fat story. So in this, okay, so growing up, I have always been a bigger child. I was never as skinny as the rest of like all my friends are back then up in elementary. I was always the more round type, but I was still able to get around like really well. Um, every single kid that I like every single one of my friends, like they were way more skinnier than me. And back then, I just didn't know how big I was, and plus also I was a little kid, and I just didn't really care about it. But then after a while, I started to notice that like I was starting to have back problems at like a really young age, and that's not healthy. So I told my mom about it, and she's just like, "Oh, that's not good." So she started like putting like some hot ice or whatever that type of stuff is that's supposed to like help like numb an area if you're having like some pains or some aches. And you know, that started work like that worked for like a little bit, but then I started just having more back problems. Just and then I realized I needed to do something about it because it's not healthy for me to start having back problems at like such a young age. Like to be honest, I think I started having back problems when I was like when I just first started sixth grade. Yeah, I started having back problems at that time, and I'm pretty sure at that point I was kind of like really big for my age, but I was like really tall, and it's kind of weird to see a tall, big person, especially at my young age. And you know, at that time, I think I started working out, but I just wasn't as dedicated, and I just wasn't motivated at all to do it. Because I just thought I'm just gonna be big for the rest of my life. Because there's no way I can improve my health and my body, and I'm just going to just live this full life. And as just like a big person, and it's when just thinking about that, it kind of bring your self esteem down a lot when you're trying to work out. But you just need to keep on pushing yourself, really. And that's what I did. I started like pushing myself. I started working out when I got home. I just did like a simple like little routine to get in like some sweat at home. And then after a while, I started to realize I just wasn't having back problems anymore. But I was eating a whole lot more, and it made me really big. Honestly, um, I'll tell you my weight after, like in a little bit during the video. But I was like a really big child. I was going through life. I during my entire life, I do like no joke. I'm pretty sure I either had 32 snacks every day in between my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like no joke. I'm pretty sure I constantly ate, and it constantly went into my mom's paycheck, and she would always need to pay so much. We would always need to go to the store and fill up the little carts almost all the way filled up with just random groceries and like junk food and stuff. And now that I think about it, I think it was mostly because of me because I would literally eat so much. It was just insane. And back then I was really into, like hot dogs. Ugh. That was a bad time for me anyway. But I was really into hot dogs. I had like different phases apparently. I asked my mom about it one time, and she was saying how I was in the fish stick stage, where I was really into like the frozen fish sticks, I guess, and that was weird. And then I was into my hot dog stage, which that lasted way too long. I think that lasted about like a year or two, and that's when I'm pretty sure that most of my fat was going to was just because I ate so many of those. To be honest, I think we only ate those the most, and I regret it so much. Oh my gosh! Until I finally like started like adventuring out, I started like trying new foods, starting trying new healthier food that's more good for my health and all that, and you know, it helped a lot with my weight losing journey or whatever that was. I don't know. I just heard something back there, but I think it's just the wind. But you know, it's been a rough journey to be honest. I do have to say that these past 2 years, since now I'm in high school right now, and I'm in 10th grade, I think I started doing my channel, I think about like 2 years ago, and by that time I was in 8th grade, which I was pretty big at that time, but I was getting around like pretty well with like the skinnier people. And no, I'm not trying to say I was trying to look at to like the more like healthier fit people. I was just saying I'm just trying to like keep up with them, like with all the types of sports and all that type of like activities and all that type of stuff that they were trying to do. And through it all, I was just doing my thing. I sweat a lot when it comes to like doing any type of activity because I put full on effort into it to try to get the best results out of it. And after a while, I started seeing some results. I started to be able to like move faster, lift heavier weights, and all that type of stuff. But I was still really big, and I was afraid I was gonna have some weight problem, some back problems again. And I think I did at one point, and it just made me want to work out more. So I started going to the gym, and I started like figuring out like their weights and my routine and how to get things going and my blood system and all that type of stuff. And then after a while, I was able to like lift a whole lot more. Uh, it it was a journey, all right. Um, I do believe that the past 6 months have probably been like my prime time for working out because lately I've been working out in the mornings and then in the afternoons also because I just want to stay in like tip top condition or whatever just to be ready for well basically anything that comes my way like just mentally and also physically. And also I was like bullied a lot like growing up too just because of my weight, the way that I was born because I was born with just like basically like two humps on my head that makes it look like a butt head. Yeah, I know. It sounds ridiculous, but really it's true. And I just been bullied like that for like my entire life. And my kid, whatever. And it made me feel bad. Like it made me feel like I was just nothing while growing up. I was always getting bullied for just like for just like the littlest of things. It was just ridiculous. But then after a while, I started to realize it's just their opinions. I don't care. This is stupid. And so after a while, I started to you know just don't care about their opinions anymore. I just like when I just like nowadays when I hear someone like try to roast me, I'm just like, ha, good roast, dude, good job, good job. I will like maybe next time you can make me cry, but because literally like no one has made me feel bad at all lately because I just really do not care about people's opinions anymore. And but back then I did because I was just like a little kid and my self esteem like brought me down like a lot. And you know, because like some kids like they would like come up and they would like, do you know how like with your bigger friends like they would like you would come up and you would like to scoop up like their man boobs or whatever. Yeah, I had those growing up and it was just insane. And you know, when I realized I was that big and I had something that I probably should not be having, I realized I need to get healthier. So I started working out a lot. And like I said before, I've been working out in the mornings and also in the afternoons. because I just want to stay in tip-top condition. And then I lost a I lost a lot of weight, to be honest. Like, no joke. Um, I think it's the past like 7 months now. Like recently, I think it just passed like 7 months. Here, I'm just gonna give you a perspective. I'm in 10th grade right now. Okay, I'm in 10th grade. Back, I was my biggest in ninth grade, but also I was my strongest in ninth grade too. In ninth grade, I was at 210 basic. Wait no, 211 actually. I was 211 and I think 6 foot, and you know I was still able to like like keep up with just like the skinnier kids and all that. But my face was like really chubby and all that. It like like this thing like the Michelin Man. That's what I almost looked like basically. It was insane. So I was 6 foot, 211 pounds in ninth grade, and now in 10th grade. I'm pretty sure I'm like, everyone keeps on saying I passed 6 foot, but I think like I'm past like 6'1", but I think I'm 6'1", but they might say I'm like 6'2", 6'3" right now, so I guess I'll just go with, I don't know, like just 6'2". Yeah, I'll just stick with that. I'm 6'2" right now. I will probably higher because I don't know anymore. And I'm 157. I lost 54 pounds in 7 months because of how much work I've been putting into my body and how much healthier I was eating and all that type of stuff. And I saw some improvements. It was actually quite insane, actually. During that time, I was taking my my permit test or whatever to like get my permit or whatever, and on it says I'm 191. That that was during the time I was like losing all the weight, and then I think after a week after that, I was like 187. I was just melting off the pounds. It was just like 191, just 187, 184. I was just melting it off while like working out and all that type of stuff. I was running a lot. I was working on my cardio a lot lately to be like more flexible and all that type of stuff. And then I realized this also during the months I wasn't eating that much at all either. During the time I was either only having breakfast and then dinner because I would just skip lunch like the entire time, or I would either just have lunch and then just go through the rest of the day without eating anything else besides just like little like snacks here and there. Or I would just skip breakfast and lunch entirely and just have dinner and then barely have any of that also. And I was realizing I was running. I was getting low on energy a lot. I was always getting fatigued when it came to working out. It was insane. I was starting to have cramps a lot. It was crazy. And so I just realized I just need to start eating while also working out a lot. And I've never been more healthier in my life. Oh my gosh. It feels amazing. So, it's been crazy. I don't know how much I weigh now, but I'm pretty sure, like, not gonna lie, I feel like I gained a couple more pounds, but I think it's mostly from, like, muscle gain more than anything else, to be honest. Like, I really think it's mostly because of that. So, a whole lot of you are going to be asking me, like, hey, Isaiah, like, why'd you make this video? Hey, Zay, like, why'd you make this video? Are you just trying to, like, to make people feel bad? No. Not trying to make people feel bad. Not trying to make people feel bad at all. The point of my videos is to, show that the smaller YouTubers are able to do things in life that, like, that may seem impossible. You may think that you might be just like a PewDiePie, a light superstar, that you'll just get like 80 million in just like one day. No, that's not the case. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and I just hit like 31, like I just passed like 30 subscribers. It's not hard doing this, but, well, like actually it's not that hard, but you just need to put your heart and soul into it, like when it comes to like just making these videos. So, oh shoot. Ugh. Oh, sorry guys, I'm just losing my voice right now. But I'm just, it's just, it's been rough. I do have to say that. It's been rough. But you just need to learn to go through life and just be like positive about it. God is always with you for one, so that's a plus for everything in life. Like that should easily just bring you up. But if it somehow doesn't, just remember there's always someone out there that likes you for you. For like how big, like for just how big you are. And I have someone in particular right now. Her name starts with an H. I think she watches my channel. I don't know. If she doesn't, that's good because she probably might like, I don't know, probably like jump into my arms or something like that. I don't care. But this is basically just like a motivation video. It's to basically say you can get through life, because I never thought that I could even hit this point that I am right now. I never thought I would hit a more healthier point in my life to where to the point where I would lose all that weight. I never thought I would lose all that. I would just think I would just be like a big person my entire life and all that type of stuff, and it was just insane, really. It's crazy. So this is basically just like a little like motivation video, and just like a video of like my weight losing journey. I'm gonna pop up just like a few pictures here and there also, like right now, to show my journey. Okay, here's a little, I always call myself just like a giant meatball. Right now, I still feel like I'm just like a little like giant meatball, like right now. But people say I'm not, but I'm just gonna say I am, because it keeps on like pushing me to want to be more healthier and to keep on going in life, and that's my motivation anyway. Everyone else has their own different type of like motivation, all that type of stuff, and whatever helps you go through life, and like basically just be happy with, just be happy with who you are. You don't need to try to change for anyone else. You don't need to like be all this and that. Or you don't need to have muscles to be, like the most like popular kid in school or whatever, or just like the most like popular person at your work. You don't need to do that. You just need to be happy with who you are. You don't like, and if you lose, and if you lose the one thing that like people have been just making fun of you your entire life, okay then, you lost it. Just keep on going through life. So yeah, this is like basically the whole point of the video is just like a motivation type of thing. And if you want like more like type of like life stories or just whatever, I'm trying to get back on the grind for like I'm making more videos and all that type of stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna pop up just like a few pictures at the end of the video and all that type of stuff. And if you like the video, hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to see some more content like this, like I said, hit that red button down below. It's right down there. That's right down there. I just click on it. If you want a shout out, I'll give some shout outs on this channel, because I've been doing that a lot lately, So yeah. And also I've been trying to get back on like the scary game videos, that'd be like trying to like freak me out and all that type of stuff. Yeah, that was interesting. So if you like the video, hit that like and subscribe button. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.